And we are live, ladies and gentlemen, with this week's episode of The Short Box. I am Brimstone, joined with my ever-loving red-haired host, the Ginger Wolverine, and his massive collection of trade paperbacks since he doesn't do Lucy's. All right, you have really got to learn your boundaries, dog. Don't you give me no look. He just ate and he wants, you can see his ear. So I hope everybody is having a great Sunday, had a great week. I woke up and watched this week's episode of Landman, and man, that season 2 is already starting off to something special. Sam Elliott's in this week's episode too, man, and Sam Elliott always delivers.
Nice.
Love Sam Elliott.
I watched Welcome to Derry.
The new episode isn't out till 9 tonight, episode 4.
Oh, I didn't realize it was tonight.
Yep, it's tonight. So tomorrow morning I get to watch Welcome to Derry over morning breakfast and then start up, give my review of the episode. I think I might do one of Landman and do some season summaries and stuff like that. And then I got to work on the couple of videos. I did put out a video this week. Yeah, I don't have the room, dude. Caffeinated Wolf, you need to put a light up in front of you. Wolf, I know I need to. Unfortunately, I don't have the room. I don't even have a proper computer desk. I have a folding table. Normally I record during the day, so I have all the daylight flooding into my apartment.
Last week, I literally said to him, I was like, hey, man, you might want to put a lamp in front of your desk.
Wolf, he said the same thing last week, and I am literally limited by the space that I have. Like, to even get my monitors up properly, I have them on the monitor stands and everything like that, so I can see, so I'm not looking down like this. Like, and I can't do anything till after I move. But no, thank you, though, Caffeinated Wolf. I do appreciate it. Sip of coffee for you, my caffeinated friend. So, no, Ginger Wolverine and I were just discussing his unwillingness to read the Invincible run, but I think I might have talked him into it. I'm not telling you. I'm telling you right now, don't go out and buy the omnibuses. They are not good for long-term reading. They're 48 issues each.
That was another one of my reasons why I didn't want to.
You could get the Ultimate Editions. They look really good on the shelves, and they're about $30 to $40 a piece. And Black Friday's coming up, so you could probably get the first couple really cheap. But yeah, it's one of those that's definitely worth reading.
Sounds good.
Caffeinated Wolf, I don't have everything I have right now is getting saved, and it is getting saved right now, bud. So it's going to be a bit before I can afford to get a ring light, but I'll figure out something if I have to.
Everybody's bugging you about it. So
yeah. Well, remember, when I record videos, I have the daylight coming in through the windows to my right, so I get a lot of good light in this room. But unfortunately, just not right now.
Maybe LED lights or something to hang up on the wall.
No, that could work maybe a little bit. There we go. That should be better. That better? That looked better? I don't know. Best I got, dude. It's not a lack of wanting to. It's a funding issue. Trust me, after March of next year in April, I'm going to invest in StreamYards every month. I'm going to, go for the $45 a month StreamYards. I'll get a little ring light camera light for my background here. And yeah, but no, this is about the best I can get, and it's really bright. It is, in fact, better. Thank you, Caffeinated Wolverine. Thank you.
What'd be funny is if you got like a super white light to put right in front and be like, "Is that bright enough for you?"
So I got that light. That is the only light in this room. The one overhead broke about 2 years ago. My landlord hasn't fixed it. The light in my kitchen is broke too, but it was broken in the on position, so I just have to walk in and screw in the light bulb. I have no functioning overhead lights in this apartment, okay? Except for the one in the bathroom. No. So I have combed the web this week for all sorts of stuff. And man, we have had some crazy stuff pop up this week. We really have. And I we're going to go over some of this stuff right now. We're going to start with this one right here. We're going to start with this amazing one right here by the great Ginger Wolverine, because I liked this. So let's watch this. Hopefully I don't get hit with a DMCA.
Fans, imagine this. What if Marvel made a Ghost Rider story, but without a flaming bike and leather jacket, and they make a new limited series about Carter Slade? The Phantom style is cool and all, but what if we got a story that looked like this? A Hellfire gunslingers traveling across the Old West, fueled with burning vengeance. I know that Carter Slade has some appearances in the comics and some background stories, and he used to have his own original series as the Phantom Ghost Rider, but honestly, that's not enough for me. I think Marvel should make a gritty western almost like Jonah Hex. And in this version, he's not just a spirit of vengeance. He's a legend that won't die. A ghost story whispered in saloons. A story of bandits disappearing in the night. And the only thing left are charred footprints glowing in the dirt. Like I said, this kind of Ghost Rider is awesome. I just think it's time for Carter Slade to shine. If you also agree that Carter Slade should get his own running series, make sure to repost this and follow for more videos.
All right. Now, I heard this, and I absolutely love this idea. I do. I liked Carter Slade. I like it. It's a good one, and but I don't think it should be a movie. I think, given what it is, it should be a Monster of the Week series. Go up again with of course, you got the arcing thing, the arcing villain of the series that he's going Mephistopheles or whoever he happens to be hunting that season. And you stretch it back to the 90s where it's like a Buffy. They have the arcing thing of the series, and each episode gets a little bit added to it. But at the same time, it basically goes, hey, this is this week's villain. This is the threat they have to deal with, and some episodes are plot focused, some aren't. Or you can literally go with that small, condensed 10 to 13 episode season. 13 episodes would be the ideal number given the giving the Ghost Rider thing. And it would be absolutely fantastic to have a show like that. Unfortunately, I want them nowhere near this with current Marvel and Disney and everything like that. Why? Specifically because they wouldn't do it right.
Yeah.
They would have a female, they would turn her into a chick, they would turn her into all this, and then you just end up with Winona Earp.
When they go ahead.
No, go ahead, dude.
Well, when they put in the Carter Slade in the movie from Nicolas Cage, that blew my freaking mind. When I was a kid.
Love that.
I loved that 1 minute ride across the desert. I loved that so much.
Oh yeah.
When I realized that that was Carter Slade, my mind was freaking like the caretaker. That blew my freaking mind.
I figured that out way early into the movie, man.
I was too young and oblivious to realize it.
I love the movie, but I'm like, oh, that's Carter Slade right there. He knows way too much about the Rider.
I think that maybe they should do after I made that. I was like, maybe they should do a comic run, like 6-issue comic run.
It would be a great comic run, and Like after I'm done, I like westerns. I do. I like Wyatt Earp. I like Tombstone. I like
Same.
all that stuff. 'Cause I get it from my grandfather.
Yeah, me too.
Watched a lot of John Wayne, man. That man loved John Wayne, and all that. So he did that, and I just love it. But one of my comics that I want to collect after I'm done with my 70s Demon run is I'm going to start collecting Jonah Hex, the original DC Jonah Hex run. And everybody's like, you should just get the omnibuses. I'm like, you don't get it. Comic, like I can sit down and I can read an omnibus and it won't be the same if I just want to read the stories. I like Jonah Hex. He's a character that is grossly underrated. He's not mainstream, which makes me love him even more. His movie flopped, which really makes me love him because it means you're going to stay the hell away from him for the next 50 years. Well, until I'm in the damn ground. And I don't have to worry about all this new runs coming out because he's that low key of a character. It's the same thing for the Question, and it's the same thing for Etrigan. So I will happily buy that. And the first issue, 9.8, if non-graded or raw in decent conditions, like $40, which is still cheaper than the Demon.
Yeah.
So it's going to be nice to get into that, but that's a ways off because I got 4 issues of the Demon left, and unless by some miracle, I'm 2 issues short of my full run of the '89 Question, the '80s Question run by Denny O'Neil. 2 issues short, issue 2 and issue 7, and I haven't touched any of them yet. Why? Because you can't start issue 1 and not have issue 2. You can't. You got to at least read a certain amount. And I'm missing 2 of the single-digit issues to allow me to probably fully comprehend everything that's going on, because a detective novel, you don't want to miss an issue. Unfortunately, every time I go to find them, I found an issue 1 and 7 on eBay for $10 each, and I'm not shelling out $22 with including shipping for 2 $3 books. And I went on, mycomicshop.com has them for pretty cheap. And I'm like, they're charging $13 shipping and it's like $15 total. And I'm like, still too expensive. And I just don't get why these books that no one wants, that are just so grossly overpriced. And I just want to finish this damn run. So I might take a trip to a couple comic shops up in New Hampshire to get this darn run finished, to see if I can finish this darn run. Because it's really frustrating me. Because it will be the second run I finish. I have a full run of the Age of Apocalypse comics, and I have a full almost. I'm 2 issues short of the Amaglam comics from the DC versus Marvel crossover, and it's just frustrating not being able to finish my damn collection. 4 issues short of the 72 Demon run. Unfortunately, that's just going to hurt because I got to get the first issue. On the upside, comics seem to be back issues, non-graded back issues seem to be in a steady decline with no sign of pandering off. So I probably could get it for around $60 if at Comic MegaCon. So man's hoping.
Your best bet is probably at some kind of Comic-Con. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I have a list of books. Like I want to get the list of books I have at Comic-Con that are not big or is pretty high. Like I got like 15 $3 to $5 books I'm looking for. But the big ones are Demon #1. What If #115, the first appearance of Mayday Parker from Spider-Man, and of course Web of Spider-Man 118, the first Scarlet Spider. And those are going to kick off my the Clone Saga. The official Clone Saga is one of the ones that's kind of the long-term collector. Like, I need this issue, and I just happen to come across it, but I'm not actively hunting them. Because they're not expensive books. They're mostly all dollar books, except for the first appearance of Scarlet Spider.
Okay.
So I was at a card shop that had comics, and I was just flipping through back issues, and I'm like, oh, cool. And of course, I have to get one more day just to have it. I don't even want to read it, but I gotta. And I'm gonna get one more day, and I'm gonna get the issues, and they're gonna get read once and sit in the box, because for the long-term longevity of it, those will go up in price. Apparently, there's a hunt on for them now. But speaking of one more day, actually, this segues nicely. Wow, that worked. I'm better at this than I thought I was. All right, so we got one for you here. This actually had me pretty conflicted. Even George R.R. Martin is frustrated with Marvel retconning Spider-Man and Mary Jane's wedding. Now, this has me conflicted. Well, we have a big man, one of the most profound writers and entertainers on the planet. There's no way around it. Game of Thrones is a hit. Dance of Dragons with a hit. And we have another one coming out soon. To say that he's annoyed with this is ridiculously kind of hypocritical, because at least they made a choice, even though it was a bad one. And Martin can't even finish his books.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
So, comic fans have grown somewhat numb to the dreaded retcon over the years. Depending on the company, retcons and reboots come with alarming frequency, often rewriting established canon to make something way for something new. For Game of Thrones author and firmly established Spider-Man fan, George R.R. Martin has become a growing source of frustration over the years. Don't get me started. He doesn't like the fact that they retcon Mary Jane and Peter Parker, and rightfully so. That's a poignant canon. You can't undo that. You can't put the ketchup back in the tube on that one.
No.
So the fact that they are doing, they did this, and it's reverberated throughout the years. And they could undo it, but they choose not to. And it's horribly frustrating that they aren't going to do anything with this. Wow, I can't even read that. That's really bad. That's popping up on screen. Okay, we don't even have to read the article. But no, it's absolute horseshit that they retcon this couple. And worse is they turned Mary Jane into Venom.
Yeah.
And not only did they turn Mary Jane into Venom, but she split with her husband and tried to get back together with Peter, and Peter rejected her. And honestly, I fucking would too.
It's so dumb.
And I really would too. Because this is, you just can't do, you can't do that shit. And you can't break up the power couple of comics. And Peter doing what he did is out of character, because while as much as he loves Aunt May, I don't think he'd ever sacrifice anything for MJ. Yeah. Aunt May's old. She had a long life. They've killed her off before. But trading his marriage to Mephisto?
Peter would go through, like, I don't know. That seems a little out of character for me, for Peter to turn her down.
Okay, Caffeinated. Well, here's the thing. I don't even have an interest in reading those comics. Like, this kind of really disenfranchised me to Spider-Man, with the exception of Ultimate Spider-Man. That's badass. I don't think Mary Jane should be here. And I can say that I'm honestly happy you're enjoying the runs. Like, seriously, if you're enjoying the comics, don't let it stop you. But for me, I've been reading Spider-Man since the early 90s. And I just completely disconnected. Like, I just got back into reading like 5 years ago. And I heard about this, and I'm like, this is stupid. And Mary Jane's Venom. And are they really that desperate? And just, I I don't feel the same connection to the new stuff as I do to the old stuff, man. And that's the bigger deal.
Sometimes girlfriends need to just stay girlfriends and not be like Spider-Gwen or Venom.
You know, like what's
That's what I
worse
think.
is I don't like what's worse is I'm like, oh, I heard they were putting Gwen Stacy in the 616. And you know, I'm like, well, Gwen Stacy's dead. How is Peter gonna react to seeing Gwen Stacy?
I hate the multiverse, dude. Sometimes I hate the multiverse.
Multiverse can be all good and fun if it's done right, but you can't alter the core universe and and then start fucking around with the main one. You fuck around with your foundational shit, you're gonna have problems all across the board, which has been proven with what Marvel's been doing. Some things have to stay the same. You come up with new stories. If you had good writers, you would. All right. What is Caffeinated Wolf today? One, all new Venom is spectacular. That's great. Seriously, I encourage everybody reading comics. I don't care if you hate it, if I hate it, or you love it. I'm not going to sit here and judge you for it. Seriously, if you're enjoying reading your comic books, that's what's most important. Two, it wasn't Peter who told her to piss off. It was Ben in disguise. Ben Reilly is awesome. Love me some Ben Reilly. Scarlet Spider is the most 90s Spider-Man in the world. He's a red suit with a freaking hoodie. Can't think of anything more 90s than that. And that's fair. It's you're right, but I've been reading them since the run started, and I'm loving it. This is where we've been reading Spider-Man for the same length time, dude. That's great, man. I was reading it in the 90s, and my whole collection was thrown away on me when I was 18. And it completely disheartened me and turned me away from anything comic books for the better part of almost a little over 20 years. And I just got back into collecting during the pandemic. And I started off slow. I started off like a video popped into my feed about the Batman the White Knight run from DC. It was 2 years old at that point, and I'm just like, yeah, and I'm just like, okay, I want to read this comic. So what did I do? I bought the trade paperback, and then I'm like, I really like this. I'm not a Batman guy. I don't think it's canon. It's obviously an off label, but I enjoyed this story. I enjoyed this author. Oh, look, he's from New Hampshire. I have to like it more by law. New England law thing. It's very quiet. And so I got the next one, and then I reserved the next run, and then I started slowly getting back, and then I came into a small windfall and dropped $200 on back issues. And reading and collecting and everything like that. And I started to gather back my collection that I had lost. I'm still on my hunt for my Ultra Force comics. Those things are not easy to find from Malibu. Those things are not, but I have slowly but surely gathered a large portion of my collection that I lost, the ones that were most important to me. And I started doing new collections, and I had some left over that were sitting in a short box in my bedroom for like 12 years. And here I am, 6 short boxes, obsessed with the Rippaverse, and now attending Comic-Con conventions. And yeah, I don't need to be in. You don't need to be interested. My goal wasn't to make. I was just offering. Okay, I appreciate that, man. I just know that I've been seeing a lot of shorts pop up in my feed of it, and I'm like, I just don't care. Like I'm collecting the Back in Black run, and then I have that on my list, you know, like the non-hunt books if I happen across them. And then I go after the Clone Saga, and I have a hunt priority list. And everything is overridden by Rippaverse.
Was that Caffeinated Wolf with that last comment?
Yeah, I'd be pissed off at that. Yeah. If somebody threw away my collection, absolutely. Like I have said, I will run back. If my apartment's on fire, I will run back in after my cat, my dog, and my comic book collection.
Caffeinated Wolf, you can read whatever you want. Just don't read Blue Shift when it comes out.
Blue Swift? Why not?
Just kidding.
No, I want Blue Swift. Like, I don't care if the comic does well. I want my Speedster comic in the Rippaverse.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
And Deandra, we need that as a full run. I also want Salvage. I want a Salvage Gooding team up.
That Caffeinated Wolf is Andy Andrew.
Oh.
At least I'm pretty sure.
Blue Shift, okay. Yeah, the whole thing is really messed me up there. No, I love Rippaverse, man. In all seriousness, if you ever want to pop on and come in and have a chat with us, I will shoot you a link and you can come in and join anytime you want. We are here to celebrate the love of comic books, new, old, and just loving reading them, even if you don't. So, we cover some pop culture stuff from the movies. We cover comic books new, and we always pimp every Rippaverse run that's come out. Because I do love me the Rippaverse.
They've been really solid lately.
95,000 books sold this year.
Yeah. I haven't even bought several. It was like 4 or 5 of them. Yeah, I'm behind. So
I have everything except for the first 4 Rippazines and ISOM 1 through 3.
Gotta get the ISO, man. It's a good run.
I will get. I plan on. So I have a thing. I love comic books, and like a Rippaverse does the great option to get the CGC autograph stuff. But for me, the autograph isn't about having the signed book. The autograph is about meeting them in the experience of being there with the author and seeing them and say, "Hey, man, I love your book. Can you sign this for me?"
Yeah.
So that's my goal, is to meet Eric July and have him sign all 3 ISOMs.
Nice, dude.
That's what I want. I want to go, hey man, I love your book. His story out of all the, I loved all of Saints and Sinners, but my true one that I really liked was Rippa's story. It really was. Because it was just about a lawyer stumbling across something he shouldn't have and struggling as to what to do with it. And you don't see mortal stuff. It's all superheroes and all this. We need more of that low-key mortal level stuff in Rippaverse about how Flores Park and the people up there deal with these exceps.
Yeah.
And Gooding has his way of dealing, but Gooding's also a super genius. I haven't read Salvage because the book's not out and I don't have the Rippazine. And we got all these spec ops guys and all this stuff, which is all great. But I like the low-key stuff, the gumshoe, the questions of the universe. What's going to be theirs? So that's what I was really, really looking forward to. And I can't wait for more. So the other reason I can't afford a ring light is because you guys put out a book a month, and I can't afford a ring light because Rippaverse wins. I can't order the big super duper collection, but I always order 1 copy of every comic you put out. And I started with Horseman, Welcome to Flores Park, and I didn't really get into it till Yaira. So yeah, I can't afford a ring light because Rippaverse keeps pumping out comic books.
Whenever I buy Rippaverse, that's my limit for buying books for the whole 2 or 3 weeks.
You don't have to apologize. I love reading these books. The dog goes to bed, the dog goes to bed, and I sit here with comic books and read with a TV show going on a monitor and X open on another one. And just, it's so great. And I love reading Rippaverse. I really, really do.
Yeah.
That Yaira 3 floored me. I am beyond excited for the Black-Eyed Club and the Curse because I love the Soska sisters.
Yeah.
And, I can't wait to see them write separately. And as I've told them, I'm not picking a favorite. I will not take sides.
I'm going to pick a side. I haven't decided yet.
Well, I'm going to get one of each book, but what excites for me is they've always written together. They always write something together. So now I get to see how one writes and the other writes. And then I can go back and reread all their old catalog and go, oh, yeah, she must have written this. Oh, she must have written that one. And that's what has me excited. I can go back and dissect the older books to see who wrote what based on the Rippaverse books that are put out.
I think I'm gonna go with the Cursed over the Black Eyed Club. So
Black Eyed Club is probably more my style. I am more that Faustian bargain style reader over but the Curse definitely has my interest.
yeah,
They both have my interest, and I will get both. To travel to MegaCon this year with the Rippaverse being there, I have to buy 2 magnetic comic folios to travel with my books to get signed.
Nice.
Like I got Yaira 2 and 3, Bloodruth 1 and 2. And I'll have to come back. Luckily, I am giving away. I went through the collection and found a lot of extra issues I don't want for some folks. So I'll be like, I'll give these away to people. Like Jay, I got some for Jay. I got some for Beardo. I got some for Epic Mike. And then that'll get emptied and they'll get filled with more comic books from the drip. But no, I love, like, I never regret buying a Rippaverse book because I'm not waiting 2 years for it. I'm waiting at least most 90 days. My next thing is we were talking about this a couple weeks ago. My next thing is I think Eric July is going to buy a printing press, his own press company.
I think he should. It's pretty soon.
Like, give it like 5 years. He will have his own it will be called Rippa Prints.
What I think would be cool is if he expanded. It probably wouldn't be maybe like 10 years down the line, but if he expanded another warehouse like on the other side of the states or something, I think that'd be cool.
That would be cool. Like, I can't complain about how fast the comic book gets to me, dude. Like, I live in Massachusetts and it's in Texas. It's here 2 days later via FedEx. I can't argue with how fast they ship. And I'm reading it, like the last one I think took a week because of order processing and everything like that. So I sent that out and it was so good. And I cannot wait.
Yeah, being in Dallas, it takes like 1 day.
Yeah. So I actually have the list of everything coming on the Rippaverse written down because I can't keep track of it all.
I need to because I'm losing track too.
I had to start making a list of it and putting it down on a sticky tab on my computer.
Yeah, because like last few years, I would just be like, oh, okay, this one came out, buy that one. Next month, oh, okay, gonna buy that one. Now it's like it's coming to the point where I'm like, I don't even know where
you need to remember what you ordered. I nixed all my streaming services and everything like that to be able to afford more comic books. And I have a like the books you see behind me are a fraction of it. I have a tote and a half full of books in my bedroom that I ran out of shelf space for.
Yeah.
I prefer reading, and I got comic books. I got all this stuff to read. And it's a lot more peaceful than watching TV or playing video games these days.
Yeah. You're not lying there.
And I'm in a gaming drought too, and I'm resisting returning to World of Warcraft after a year and a half off. Finally breaking it. I just can't. I like, you should go back and give it a try. I'm like, nothing's changed. There's a couple of raids I haven't done, and it's not worth it. Well, what about and then the other side of my brain is like, well, the new X-Pack's coming out. You've never missed a WoW X-Pack, and the whole expansion has been on. Even when, your account got hacked and you couldn't recover it, you always bought the next expansion, even if you said you weren't going to play. I'm like, I have quit World of Warcraft for a year and a half. I'm not going back. So Rippaverse does have 2 books available for pre-order. Great War of Separation 3. And oh god, that was so good. Like, I actually might grab a second copy of it at MegaCon of Harriet Silman's.
Yeah.
Because that cover goes hard, man. The Rosie the Riveter of Texas, hell yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I cannot wait to get my hands on those two books. They're probably going to release get shipped right before MegaCon. All of them are going to get shipped out, and then I'm going to sit there. I'm like, oh man, now I have to pack more comic books.
What a struggle.
I'm not checking a bag. It's all carry-on. So I have I'll have my rucksack, which is going to be full of my clothes and all the stuff, and I'm going to cram one of the things in there. Oh yeah, Great War of Separation, Alpha Core. Alpha Core's still live? I didn't know Alpha Core 2 was still live. I thought Alpha Core 2 ended.
No, it's still live.
And all of those are on pre-order.
Yeah.
Great. The detention out of all of those, the detention crew has me the most interested.
I've got about detention crew. Holy crap! I'm so behind, man. I can't keep up with this. It's a good problem to have.
It's a really good. I have too many good comic books to read.
What I love about the Rippaverse is that one, it's consistent. It's consistent to. I don't have to worry whether or not if I'm gonna like these books or not. And then 3 is the politics in it and stuff, man. I don't have to worry about seeing if all that crappy writing is in there, you know.
Oh, you mean Static Shock BLM?
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, that new Static Shock run is pretty decent.
Is it? The Static
It's not great, it's not amazing, but one, it's Static Shock. We don't see a lot of him. And it's just solid. It's just starting out, though. So, but I didn't catch any political overtones or anything. It just seemed like it was Static Shock with Batman Beyond and some of the new Justice League.
Yeah. Okay. That's on my list, hopefully soon. So.
No, you got 6 issues, I believe. So you got at least 6 months. And no new Battle Beast till March. So you got time.
I'll be fine. I got plenty of books to read.
Yeah, no kidding. I got books to read, books to review. I review every Rippaverse book that comes out. I don't review the older ones, which I probably should for posterity's sake. But I think I'm gonna wait till after MegaCon and do an individual ISOM release, and then go through the list of all the books I haven't done the things for yet.
Yeah.
At least just to push, get the Rippaverse push more out into the algo.
I'm behind on names of the Rippaverse.
Hey man, life happens. All right, so there's a part. There's the so I was going over Reddit, and I'm part of the comic book Reddit over there. You know, people showing off their weekly buys and pulls and their finds. And I decided to start up. Every time I find something, we're going to have a lovely little weekly segment called "You Lucky Son of a Bitch." Okay, we're going to start having this segment called You Lucky Son of a Bitch. Why are we going to have this segment called You Lucky Son of a Bitch? Because some people just are that freaking lucky. Okay, they really are. And it was one of those things where you hear some guy found a hidden gem at a flea market that's normally worth X amount, but he got it for $2. And this lovely segment is called You Lucky Son of a Bitch because this guy is one lucky son of a bitch. Iron Man, Demon in a Bottle. One of the most character-defining Iron Man comics out there.
I want that so bad.
First, Silver Surfer. Galactus.
Oh.
Now, how much do you think he paid for these?
I don't know, man.
Toss out a number.
$100 total.
According to this Redditor post, he paid $24 and $6 shipping for those 3 books. Apparently, plus a cloak and dagger. I didn't even see the books, just dropped in the left corner. He paid $24 for at least a 6 or 7 graded comic book of these classic books, $24, and that is one lucky son of a bitch.
Did this person know?
I
does it
don't think the
explain-
person. I got all three of these. He says I got all three of these for $24 plus $6 shipping plus a cloak and dagger, and I didn't even see the books in the just an inch from the top. And people are like, I give up. 40 years, I've never got a deal this good. When you give up, just people going, and this is why I'm like, I had to bring this up this week. Fantastic Four, Galactus, First Silver Surfer, and Demon in a Bottle for $24 in relatively decent shape.
I give up.
Yeah, I give up too.
I don't care about collecting anymore.
Well, you don't care about collecting. You collect omnibuses. You have omnibuses. You don't care. You would walk away from these. They're not omnibuses. I can't get these books. $24. I don't need them. I have the omnibus. But I saw that and I'm just like, life really isn't fair.
I like collecting single issues for like stuff like that. Just like for
Yeah, that's where I started. I'm like, I'm not going to do full collections. I'm just going to collect
And then you
issues
got
I
good.
like. And then I end up flipping through back issues. I'm like, ooh, McFarlane cover. Ooh, good. Ooh, you have the complete set of the Assassin of the Rose from Spider-Man. There's $100 down right there. 6 issues, $15 an issue.
That's funny.
Well, my comic shop, I love my comic shop. They're really good. And they give to, like, my comic shop is fantastic. You get 10% off all back issues when you buy them.
Mhm.
And if you buy 20 or more, you get 20% off. The issue is the back issues are a little on the high price side. So a normal $3 to $4 book would be $6 or $7.
Mm.
So I not that I avoid buying back issues from them. I just avoid doing it when I can.
Gotcha.
On the upside, I got a question number 3 for $3, and it's ranking up to 12 now. Question number 1 for $3 in near mint condition too. It was crazy. It's like somebody basically looked at it, it's like nice cover and put it in a bag.
I need to get into the question.
You're not going to find the omnibus for the Denny O'Neil run for less than $100.
I'll buy it digitally.
All right, now what is this? No, but just I saw that and I'm like, you lucky son of a bitch.
Yeah.
All right, here's another you lucky son of a bitch. Something I never get. Got a box of miscellaneous comics from an estate sale. It's not a big issue, but it's still one of those, man, that would be really nice if I could actually come across something like this, seriously. Like, seriously? Random estate sale box, First of Secret Wars. It's like a $40 book. It's nothing crazy. It's a $40 book, but still, it's like,
Yeah.
why can't I ever get lucky like that? Seriously. Like, I've walked around flea markets before. I never come across anything that good.
Nice.
Like the Secret Wars, the original run of the Secret Wars is on my book to collect. Unfortunately, it's not actually a hard run to find. It's just expensive, and most of the issues are $12 to $15. Some of them $40. Obviously, the first issue's a little bit more expensive, but the issue is that issue 8 of this run is the first appearance of Spider-Man's black costume, and that alone is worth $300, $250 to $300, not graded. So it's one of those things where I'm like, yeah.
You know what I've noticed is sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes antique stores don't know how to price comic books.
I have most antique stores. I live in New England, the antiquing capital of the world.
Oh, so they do know how to do it.
People know how to properly price things and then come. So I got to tell. So I went to a flea market over the summer, the same flea market, and some guy had a nice fat stack of comics. Okay.
Yeah.
And I was going through them, and there weren't any key issues, nothing big. And he was charging, and them like they were in boards. They weren't in boards, but they were bagged in these crazy little Ziploc bags. And he obviously protected them, and he had, hard, pricing on them. So he took the time to do it. And I'm like, hey, I was looking through them, and I'm like, are these prices accurate? He's like, that's what they're going for online. And I'm like, okay, you have a great day. I wasn't even going to argue. If he took the time to bag them and put a price tag on them, he ain't coming down from that. Yeah. I just walked away.
Dang.
And I'm just like, that just sucks. Just absolutely sucks.
What we got next?
No, I think that lucky son of a bitch was really the lucky son of a bitch of the week right there, really. Something you might want to know is the Ultimate Spider-Man omnibuses are coming out soon. They got the covers for them.
Oh, okay.
So you can finally read Ultimate Spider-Man, all 24 issues if you want. Probably going to cost you like $60 for the omnibus.
I need to get into it.
It's good. It's really good.
I've been afraid. Just
other than the race swap Black Cat, it's pretty good.
It's kind of. I think I'm kind of.
She's in like 2 issues.
Okay. I'm not a fan of race swapping, man.
I don't know why they did it either, but it's one of those things like the rest. So I always rate things like how much crap do they have versus how good it is. And if it's good enough where the crap is down here and the rest of it rises above that, other than these little hiccups, it's really good. But if the first page, Hickman's Ultimates, yes, it is. Thank you, Andy Andrew. Absolutely. It is one of the best runs right now. And I have their first print, first issue, #1. I'm really happy I grabbed that because it's worth about $120 right now. And it's sitting in a hard case because I think CGC grading is a scam.
Okay.
This is my dream one day. Like, I legitimately hope one day that I have a place where that I can have a comic room that looks like that. Except it won't be these crappy paper boxes. I will have BCW stack boxes.
Nice.
It's a goal. What's he got? Fantastic Four, Spider-Man, Alpha Flight, more Spider-Man. Ooh, some original Hulk, some Warlock, some X-Men. Damn. Generation X, good run. Generation X was a fun run. All about the younger X crew, Jubilee, all of them. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
But I figured you'd want to know about the Hickman run. Like, it's actually one of, like, that's another one that I'm like, I heard it was like really good. Like, I saw a show, oh, Spider-Man's grown up. You have my attention. He's still married to Mary Jane. I need to go to my comic shop right now. Apparently, it was so popular, it sold out at my comic shop the first day. It was the same with Battle Beast, too. And that, like, they sold out of Battle Beast and everything like that. First issue flew off the shelves. I got 3.
I'm going to have to order Battle Beast because my comic shop...
The TPBs are sold out. Like, they are sold out. You cannot find them.
Yeah. Well, my comic shop is not very good at being in stock with things, so...
Yeah, I had a
new comic shop.
Mine stock that place does good. They'll order like 5 or 6, but they won't for the shelves and then whatever people order, but they won't typically do more than that, and they sold out. Like, it was crazy how good that this run was, that they sold out. And I had read the comic books with, the space in between, I got to wait a month for the next one. I got to wait a month for the next one. I gotta wait a month for the next one. And I got to sit down and read them in the flow. So good. And I noticed things I didn't see before because I didn't have time to. Because you don't read the previous issue, you just read the issue that comes in that month, and you move to the next one. And I when I read them in consecutive order, I was catching on something. I'm like, that's interesting. That I'm going to start working on a video for that. And it's an interesting theory, and I'm going to put it out there. The video probably won't do much, but I'll give it a whirl. But it's an interesting theory, and you'll have to wait for the video this week because it requires me to chop up footage in a more professional manner than me yelling into a microphone in a review or something. All right. So no, like Battle Beast is definitely worth it. Really, really love it. And even if you'll get where it takes place in Invincible, but you won't need to know anything that happened in Invincible other than Battle Beast eventually meets his fate. And the biggest thing with the Battle Beast comic is where he ends in the series, where he ends in the comic books. His definitive end is in the comic books, so they can have these knockdown brutal fights and neither characters can die. And it will be fantastic because the battle he was fighting the Juggernaut. Oh God, the end of that book was absolutely fantastic. Like it, like the first 6 issues set up the arc of the run, right? Like it's kind of a prelude to the real story. It does the foundationing, establishment work, and stuff like that. And you find out a little bit more between Battle Beasts. They have a Star Trek spinoff in there that was pretty entertaining. They got a little Star Trek nod. Kirkman and Otley aren't above a little hat tilt. They did the Star Trek thing, and they did a nod to Star Trek in the Invincible series as well.
Oh, okay.
And I have a video coming out about a theory I have about the TV series. And operating off of very rudiment knowledge. So we'll see where that goes. But Hickman Run, speaking of Caffeinated Wolf, have you seen the new Phantom Run from from comics? Let me see here. Let me pull this up. Because if you haven't, it's very, very good. I heard the Phantom was coming back to comics, and I was hesitant, and I was very, very surprised about this run. This is off of Comic League of Comic Geeks. Now, if you haven't read this run, it is very, very good. No, I don't have that cover. Okay, fantastic. It is very good, and more importantly, Kanan White does some of the variant covers. So I immediately called my comic shop when I found out and ordered all the variant covers because it's Kanan White. Man, just amazing artist. And it is so good. I have been so pleased with this book. It's just heroes being heroes for the sake of doing what they do. And it sticks to the Phantom canon, and it sticks to all that, and it is so fun to read. The Ghost Who Walks is back in true form, and it is great to read, and it's great to hear that this popped up on your radar. These are my pulls every week. And the Gargoyles run by Demona is actually done by Greg Weisman, the guy who actually wrote the cartoon, and it's really good, too, if you like the Gargoyles animated series.
Nice. Man, Kanan White, he's a maniac, dude.
Dude!
Like, I feel like he's
guys are
so much art.
Dude, he is popping it out, man. Like, seriously. That Norfrica cover. Oh, my.
I don't know how long it was, but do you remember when he said he was going to try and make a Saoirse cover like art piece like every day for like 2 weeks?
No, I didn't.
They all looked amazing. I think it was 2 weeks, but he made one every freaking day for 2 weeks, and it was awesome.
No, he is. I absolutely love Kanan White's art. Like,
Yeah, he's awesome.
I meet an artist, like my local comic shop has artists that come by for the free comic book day, and I always ask them to draw the same hero, the same villain over and over and over again. And I ask them to draw Mr. Freeze because Mr. Freeze is my favorite Batman villain. He's not burdened by those, pesky emotions. My personal favorite of how Mr. Freeze is, but yeah, I really like Kanan, and if I ever met him, I would absolutely go, "Can you draw me a Mr. Freeze?"
Nice.
Like I would pay for a sketch of him doing Mr. Freeze.
Nice.
But no, Kanan is like he's like I'm just going through his back catalog. It's so good. I would honestly, if I could see Kanan White draw anything, I would love to see him tackle Static Shock. I think he would do a phenomenal Static Shock. He's got some damn good covers
The
here.
Death Shroud. I'm not into the Death Shroud, but the covers look awesome.
The covers look amazing. It's not my flair either. But no, Kanan is definitely one of those artists I cannot wait. I mean, I really hope he's at MegaCon because I'm bringing my Phantom comics. So much to get. I'm only going to MegaCon to Comic Hunt and for the Rippaverse booth. Like, and in the odd chance that Kirkman, in the odd shot that Kirkman and Otley are actually there, I will hawk some of my I will hawk comic books to make sure I'm able to meet them and get some signatures. But he's just so good. Wakanda #5, Kanan White. He's like he's leaping off the page, man.
He's amazing. I love his.
If Kanan White works on a book and it fails, it's not because of the art. I'm telling you that right now.
Oh yeah, no. That's exactly right.
No, it's gonna be. But no, there's so much good stuff.
I want him to.
He's got a static piece out there. I need to find this static piece. All right, we are officially Googling.
I want him to create a character. I don't even know if he has the. I'm sure he does, but I want him to create a character from the Rippaverse.
I would love to see him creating a character in the Rippaverse.
Yeah, I want him to tag up with some kind of writer and work with him on it.
That would be great. No, that's no, yeah. Kanan White is Black Eyed Club. Like that's the cover I will be ordering for the Black Eyed Club. I have money right now, but I want to order it next week, but I want to wait I'm waiting for Black Friday. I'm hoping I can find Invincible Ultimates 3 and 4 for like $20 each. Otherwise, I'll just skip it and wait and hold on to it and order everything when I have to. But no, it's yeah. I'm tomorrow. They go on sale tomorrow. For pre-order.
For which one?
For Black Eyed Club and the Cursed.
Oh, tomorrow. Oh yeah, that's right. Hey.
So yeah, like the Saska's sister versus sister. I'm like, you're both my favorites. Don't make me pick.
One
No.
has to lose. One must.
I don't know, man. Like, who knows where that's going to land? Because Michael Copper and Lillian Ronashi are in so much of the books and things like that, and who knows where that one's going to land?
Can you imagine if it was a tie? That'd be so funny.
It's gonna be interesting, that's for sure. So we got Avengers leaks. Some what is this? What do I think? What is this? What did I bookmark this? Apparently, yeah, no, I don't even want to go over that. That's just migraine causing. No, like it's one of those. Oh, no. Oh, look, I've gone cross-eyed. Hey, stop chewing your dish. Every night he. So we got some Doomsday and Avengers leaks, and I wish I could get excited for this. I do. Like you used, like, what was it, like 7 years ago? Oh, there's Avengers leaks. Oh, this looks so cool. I cannot wait. This is going to be awesome.
I don't care.
And 7 years later, I'm like, there's Avengers leaks.
Whoa.
Apparently, Tobey Maguire's supposed to be in it, and
Everybody's gonna be in it.
you got Doomsday. Cap's back, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be Hydra Cap.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to say it. I have zero interest in seeing a multiverse movie where where Tony Stark became Doctor Doom. I'm sorry, I just don't. I don't care. I always felt that Doctor Doom was so unique. It was always Victor Von Doom, not some crap Tony Stark variant because your writers can't write.
You know, it doesn't make sense. If his name is Doctor Doom, then why is he Tony Stark?
He's not Tony. He's Victor Von Doom. He looks like Tony Stark, but he's a variant. And I'm just like, I don't care.
But if they do that though, where it's like a version of Tony Stark, that's gonna piss me off.
It's gonna be a version of Tony Stark because they can't write anymore. Like Perlmutter's gone. They had no one to rein in Feige, and somebody thought a multiverse would work for movies, and it can't. Not unless you do it over 50 years with how fast you put out movies and everything like that. And worse is like comic books are different because you have the foundation and then the branches. But you never got rid of that foundation. And now you are doing this stuff and you're trying to do a multiverse, but you can't. You're going to confuse. Movies are for normies. Comics are for nerds that get that stuff and keep track of it. You can't branch off like that. You'll confuse your fan base.
I feel bad for the kids these days because they think that Doomsday is going to be like the greatest thing that they'll ever go see.
No, the greatest things I have ever seen in theaters was the original Lucas-sized Star Wars movies that came out. I saw those on the big screen. You know, I saw the original Star Wars movies on the. I'm not that old, but I saw the digital remasters and everything on the big screen. Yeah. I saw Godzilla -1 on the big screen, and it's one movie I have never regretted seeing on the big screen. Yeah. And it was almost destroyed for me, but I saw Endgame on the big screen. I saw Cap. I saw that last fight in full. Hey, I said last time the reason those freaking kids. They had a birthday party with 11 and 7 to 11-year-olds, and those kids would not shut up through the movie, except for that last fight. They cut off the good seats for them, and I'm just like, I really should have walked out. Should have cut. And I'm like, I'll go on a Saturday at noon. Nobody's doing a Saturday at noon. Everybody's still running errands or in bed.
It's so funny.
PTSD, man. People wonder why I don't like humans.
Go ahead.
No, so just moving into the next thing. So we were going to say?
No. We got
the state of Marvel, like we got all this stuff about the up in the air of who's going to DC. I'm at the point where I'm like, I don't freaking care. Fire gun and do something else or let it lie for a few years. Seriously, nothing for a few years because you're going to confuse people. Oh, look, another Superman movie's out. You're going to defy the fan base even more. You got the Snyder Bros. You got the gun fans. You got, me. I just want to watch Christopher Reeves, man. Seriously. Give me Superman 2. Give me the Donner cuts. and I will happily watch Superman 2: The Donner Cut. Because I'm sorry, I was a kid and I actually believed a man could fly watching that. Superman was real watching that movie. That interview with Lois, that all that stuff. And I was talking, my friend, I won't give his name out, but I'm like, I didn't like it. I didn't want that from a Superman movie. And he's like, I really liked it because I didn't have to deal with all the stuff I already knew about Superman. But the movie isn't made for either of us. It's made for a broader audience. So, yeah, everybody knows the Superman, but this is Gunn's Superman. Why didn't he take his spin on Ma Paquette finding Clark in the field? Spin on everything else. Turns around into a freaking Viltrumite. And, out of all the heroes you decide to fuck with Superman. The best of the best heroes, the goodest, the greatest, the nicest, the one who is absolutely fantastic. You decide to mess with the Man of Steel. And it is absolutely horrible. I'm not even a big Superman fan. And, we got that. Cancel. Thank you. Not even a huge Superman fan. And even I know better than to fuck with the Man of Steel. Like, I love the casting. I think David Cornsweet is fantastic. I think, Rachel Brosnahan is phenomenal. Rachel Brosnahan is actually a really good actress. She's very talented. But the writing was shit. And apparently they're bringing in Brainiac.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you are wasting Brainiac in a Gunn film? Oh, this is not gonna go well.
I think, correct me if I'm right, but I think, or if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure Gunn thinks that he really likes Brainiac.
I think Gunn thinks himself a comic fan, but isn't. I think he's one of those people who no offense, just reads the omnibus, a couple omnibuses and pull. But instead, here's the other thing: instead of sticking with one story, he pulled from multiples and made this crazy TikTok amalgamation of horseshit.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, this is going to be like a reverse Kingdom Come. Okay. But you change some very key things. First of all, you changed Jor-El. But more important than that, Superman's appearance and rise and goodness was a green light and signal to everybody else. He wavered, but he never showed that waver because he couldn't. Even with Lois, even before he started dating Lois, he was firmly in his mission and he did not falter. And then you shifted that. You made him falter. You made him fallible. You took away power from this symbol that everybody looked up to in your first foray out. And you thus, by doing so, you just removed, you unconnected people from the character, a pivotal character in all of comicdom and herodom. Like, it's right up there with Hercules. Hercules, Superman, these are heroes of heroes. Every culture has one, and ours is Superman. And you took away our Superman. You disconnected him from us. You made him fallible. And while he always was fallible, he always rose above. But worse is the impactful moments of the movies were moving so fast, you didn't get them time to hit, and you moved on to the next thing or provided levity. You can't provide levity for that to hit. And I don't think James Gunn he did great with Guardians, but Guardians is a different animal. Guardians is designed to be an ensemble. Guardians is designed to work off each other, and Quill is a snarky guy, and they use the more modern Guardians.
Well, he also had a limit of things that he was allowed to do and not.
And now he Gunn with the limiters off.
Yeah.
He needs somebody to, basically do what grandpas do. Backhand him up the head and go, "You're an idiot."
Yep.
But unfortunately, we got what we got. We're getting the Batman, and I don't know. Like, I've heard good things about, what is it called? I've heard good things about the Penguin. I don't have any drive to get into it anymore. With the quality of the movie coming out and the amount of money you have to go to the movies now, popcorn, ticket, everything like that, it's like $30. I can get
I don't even-
I can get 6 comic books for that and get more out of it.
I don't even go to the theater anymore. Well, on occasion I will, but other than that,
Yeah, like I was actually hesitant about it. Welcome to Derry till I found it. But what? Let me tell you, there is a series coming out that you probably haven't heard of called Camp Crystal Lake. It's a prequel series to Friday the 13th with Linda Cardellini in it.
yeah, I heard about that.
And I saw that, and I haven't heard high nor hear from them. Last I heard, they were filming, and I haven't heard anything about it coming out. King of the Hill got renewed, which was a pleasant surprise. And Welcome to Derry has been a very, very pleasant surprise with how good that was. And now that I know what they're doing and pulling from the books and stuff like that, and given how well it was a good, the chapter 1 and chapter 2, 2017, 2019, respectively, were very good adaptations. The show is branching off into a series that is completely all different. It's completely new territory because the topics and subjects and things that they're doing in the series are brushed upon in the books but never really expanded. Like the series is going to have 3 seasons, and it's going to cover the Black Spot, the Ironworks explosion, and the massacre. Now, here's where this gets interesting. These will, like, unlike it, these will not have a happy ending at all, ever. Like, it will come and do its thing. And the last episode wasn't blood, didn't have violence, didn't have blood in it, had a good special effects budget, but it wasn't violent. You saw they were floating down there, weren't they? Dick Hallorann. Now, Dick Hallorann is going to survive. He has to, because Dick Hallorann goes on to The Shining, and he meets his end in The Shining. But he, with the kid, with Danny in The Shining, and Dick Hallorann's going to survive, and I don't know who's going to survive. Like, this is untested waters, but I know even if they do survive, it's not going to be good. And I know that opening has clues to whose ending is what.
Yeah.
Especially, like, I can guarantee one will be Lily will end up getting a lobotomy. They're going to end up giving that poor girl a lobotomy at the end of the series. And you just know it's coming because, they're sitting there smiling with a freaking ice pick over that kid's eyeball. And she's going to have that coming for her. But I should really do a breakdown of that opening video. One sec.
Is that... Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. You can talk.
Is that the Institute girl that we're talking about? Yeah, I feel bad for her.
I do too. Pickles. Okay.
That kid that came in episode 3, he's a funny kid. I can't remember what his name was, but...
All right. Sorry, I had to. I have notebook in front of me for all the video potential ideas and everything like that I have coming, like, and my Real Talk reviews and everything, the movies that we're going over and everything like that. But no, that movie that you just like. Apparently, it makes an appearance this week. Pennywise.
I kind of gathered that right at the very end, and I'm really. My wife and I are debating whether or not if we should just wait.
I have to watch. I'll be watching. So here's what I do. I watch each episode individually and do a review. And without the breaks, I'll binge watch everything and do a seasonal review. To be like, does it flow well? Does it work right? If you watch them in succession, does it flow well? Does it work right? And everything like that. So I'll do that. But honestly, hold off. Binge watch the last 3 episodes because they're going to be brutal. They're going to be violent. They're going to be bloody, and you're not going to want to wait.
There's 6 episodes?
8. This week is episode 4 or 5. I don't know. Let's check my YouTube to see where we're at.
Okay. I think this is episode 4 coming out this week today.
Episode 4. So we got 4 episodes after this, and then they're screwing up. After this end of this season, they're already screwing up because we have to wait till 2027 for another season.
Oh, okay. Well, at least.
Well, the thing is, it works, but as this is you could continue this series as a self-contained story because it's just about this one period in Derry, but aside from that, you're losing the momentum of the series being over. They need to like put a rush on this shit and get it out the door.
This is
like Reacher.
Yeah, I feel like this series is gonna be the new Stranger Things.
No, this series will never, like, in terms of the schedule release, yeah. But I saw a trailer for Stranger Things, and I'm like, I love the first season and the second season. Third season was, fourth season was really good. You waited too long. The kids are in their 20s.
Well, you know what? Will's
going to have a really bad end.
Rumors have it that there's going to be
yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah. We don't even need to talk.
No, this is the gayest season ever. I'm like, just tell the fucking story and move along. I don't give a shit.
I'm hoping that that's not true. But
I mean, like, I really don't care whose relationship, who decides to sleep with. Just tell me my damn story and finish my series.
This kind of it doesn't matter. That kind of story, that kind of side thing doesn't matter. It's like the black lesbian.
It's completely it's completely inconsequential to the overarching of the story in the show. Like I'm sorry, Millie Bobby Brown. The reason that 11 was awesome is because she was 10 or she was like 12 at the time. She had a 12-year-old telekinetic that was like throwing people around like rag dolls. Now she's it just lacking that, and you needed to do them back to back to back. I understand pandemic films and stuff like that. So after the pandemic, you get right the fuck back to filming, and you put those shits out. You had a pandemic. You could have wrote the whole damn series.
Yeah, it's like the whole lesbian black chick from
Deadpool. I didn't see Peacemaker. As soon as I heard the words "bi orgy" in the first episode, I walked away.
It doesn't make sense. It's so random and just it doesn't have anything to do with it.
Let me tell you, man, outside of what I'm writing, and I am writing, I've also come to the conclusion I really need a producer and somebody to go over my notes and to keep me on track with things. I really need that person. Unfortunately, I don't have that person anymore. I'll explain after stream. But I lost my producer who really helped with that stuff last September of 2024. And yeah, it's been rough. She proofread. She read over my, scripts and everything like that. General proofreading and see if the idea was cohesive, because just because it works well in my messed up little brain doesn't mean it has any factual validation. It could be just a crazy brim idea. I get those a lot. Like, hey, what happens if we mix this and this? No, that's a really dumb idea. I'm like, you're right, it's a really dumb idea. So I need somebody like that, and I'm quietly looking for somebody who can take an hour a day to read over what I wrote that day and things like that, and go, hey, did you make this today and stuff, just to kind of check in and like a handler of sorts. So there's that. But no, I have a script written for the Battle Beast theory. I was thinking about doing. I don't want to get into the short algorithm yet, as much as I would love to make shorts. If I get into the shorts, I'm going to have to pump out 5 a day and everything. And I just don't want to do shorts. I want to edit videos. I want to make content. I don't want to make doom scrolling stuff, which is like, I'm not knocking who do, but that's not the content I want to make. So even if it's a little bit more of a struggle, I will make long form videos and chop them up into shorts and use those. But I'm not going to sit there and make shorts for short's sake. I mean, I love the Blue Shift one that I made. I thought that was great, but it was a stroke. It was like I had a mini stroke and I lost my faith and going like it. And I decided to make something fun. but I like making long-term videos. I want people to watch what I put out and think about that stuff. And I want them to go, maybe he's right. Let me go back and read this. Let me go back and get a look at this through his eyes and how he's seeing things. Because that's just how I like doing things. And my general episode reviews and stuff like that are not going to stop. But I've hit that not creative wall, but the wall of I don't want to put out what all the big channels are covering. I don't, because it's going to get lost in the shuffle. I want to put something out there a little more low key that might not get as many views, but you're not going to hear about. Like, did you know that the Bourne IP was up for grabs and got snaked by Universal again? Universal almost lost the Bourne movies, and then they had to get back the rights to them. Put that video out a few months ago, got about 100 views. But that's the kind of news I like, because that's actually something like Bourne's a great IP. Bourne is a phenomenal IP. Say for the Bourne Legacy, but Jason Bourne, the Bourne Supremacy, all the Bourne movies were fantastic.
Yeah.
And them risking losing that IP would have been very bad, because so they got it back, thank goodness. So you got that, just low key stuff that you might not hear about. I do my Rippaverse reviews. I never miss a comic book review for the Rippaverse. I do episode reviews. We got Landman, we got Stranger Things coming out. I do weekly movie reviews, but I can chop up all those and drop them in shorts. I don't want to do shorts for shorts, because if you do just shorts, you gotta make 5 or 6 a day and keep just to push out into the algorithm. And while I'm not far from being one, I'm about halfway there. I'd rather take the time and do it how I want to do it over how the TikTok doom scroll thing is. 3 million short watches, or 18 it's just nuts. So I'll do my what I want to do is after I'm done and monetized, I do plan on streaming some video games, but I got to keep my algorithm as it is right now to keep steady. Yeah. And so I got the review, we got this one, and we got what is it called, we got this one, and we got the Real Talk on Thursdays with Wasp and Makara. Oh,
sounds good.
But it's slow but steady wins the race here. And I'm not in a rush to get monetized. I do this because I enjoy doing it. I do want to get monetized. It is my end goal. But once I get monetized, I like playing survival games. I like doing that stuff. And it's a very chill stream. We'll hang out, we'll listen to music, play games. And, I don't play multiplayer games. Helldivers, I was playing Helldivers 2, but I walked away from it. And Return to Moria gets a DLC this week, and I'm like, maybe I'll buy it. I don't know. It expands the base game, which is really good, and yeah, but I'm in a gaming drought. Read comics. That's what I say. Just freaking read comic books. It'll solve your problems. I got all the trade paperbacks for the Transformers too. So I've been catching up with those, and I'm like, these are really good. I'm going to have to go back and buy the run. Yeah. Luckily, they're still only $4 to $5 an issue and still in print. So I can slowly but surely chip away at them.
Heck yeah.
My comic shop had a Starscream 10th printing foil cover for like $5, and I'm like, I'll take it. $5? Heck yeah. I'll absolutely do that. And they got a pull list. What is on my pull list? Yes, I still have a 3-ring binder. I'm short. Question 2 and 7, a bunch of Dresden Files books. And yeah, but so they buy collections at my comic shop all the time. And so they have a standing list in my subscription box to when anything comes in, they'll pull it out of the collection that they bought and price it and drop it right in my box. And which is great. So what was great is so in February, I did the stupid "you're 40, you can't do that anymore" trip, where I took 36 hours nonstop and went to Florida for a day, which is absolute insanity, man. must have been insane doing it, but I had a blast. And that's what made me go, I really want to do that again, but I just can't do it for a day. Let's start, because I had planned to go. It took me 3 months to save for that trip, money for the trip, park, everything like that. And I took a day at Universal, 2 parks, walked around them, went to the meetup, and went back to the airport and flew home the next morning with delayed flights because it was snowing up here. So I'm like, I really want to do that again, but I want to shower before the meetup and maybe sleep. So I decided when I got home and that I would go, and I paid for everything. It's all set to go. Okay, you can set aside this much this month. It'll take you 2 months to save for your room. Boom, book your room. You're locked in. Everything's refundable in an emergency and such, but it's definitely going to be worth it. But where was I? Oh, yes. It took me a year to get this trip out of the way, and I'm looking forward to it. I forgot what I was going to say. I'd completely derailed. Oh, dude, it happens. It so fucking happens all the time, man. I will derail like that all the time. Oh. No, I'll have to meet Caffeinated Wolf at MegaCon. I will meet you, and I will get my Blue Swift signed, sir. Hopefully, I will ask you nicely. I got a variant Black Widow cover for the Soskas to sign, along with the Rippaverse stuff, and a very obscure Secret Journal Battle World that they didn't have that I found at the local comic shop. It's been a year. No, but like I said, they have a standing pull list for me. It's just they haven't gotten anything. Oh, that's what I was going for. They have 2. I can't give the name of my comic shop away. It'll be a dead giveaway. But they have 2 locations. They have a big one and a little one. And the big location has a far greater selection of comics. So when I handed them my pull list for the Demon, they had apparently been sitting in their back issue box for years and years and years and years, because they were still priced at $3 to $4 each. So I got the first appearance of the Witch Boy for like $7, going for 30.
Oh,
my comic shop treats me very, very well. Like, I'll walk into my comic shop and they're like, "Hey, Brim," and I'm like, "Hey," and I'll talk to the lady who orders the comics, and she was so they messed. So I pulled all the Age of Revelation comics off of my thing because I thought it would be a singular, individual, self-contained bubble like Age of Apocalypse. Like, you knew who these characters were. Here's the spin on them here, but they didn't. And I couldn't figure out what was going on. I was completely disconnected. And I'm like, I don't get this. I'm missing something. And I'm not going back and reading 24 issues to figure out what's going on here. So I just canceled the run. So I got some Age of Revelation books in my freaking long box, which I'm probably going to donate to a kids' hospital or something like that. Hey, you know what? I'd rather kids get a kick out of them and reading comics than anything else. So, I did the pull list and I did a full revision and I added on some comics like, the Demona run. And let's see here. What do I have on here? No. There we go. The Phantom, my normal stuff that I pull. Battle Beast is still on there. The Green Arrow Green Arrow Batman question run really has me interested. That like a Denny O'Neil, Vic Sage style stuff. That cover looks fantastic. So we'll see where that lands. But they messed up my monthly subs. I was still getting Age of Apocalypse runs. I was still getting Spider-Man 94 variant covers. And I just wanted to condense everything. Well, I would love all the variant covers for Spider-Man 94. I can't afford an extra $20 a month for the same issue.
Yeah.
So I nixed all of that and proceeded in slimming it down. And my comics went from like $50 a month for my monthly subs from like $100 a month to like 40 or 50. This month was a little bit higher because I got the 2 trade paperbacks.
Yeah.
but it slimmed it really the hell down. Of course, this is what I'm like. Okay, I could get these, or I could have another streaming service. I could have a World of Warcraft sub. I could have all this. And let me tell you, I love reading my comic books. I love doing all that stuff. And I will take those over. I have plenty of free streaming services out there, and I've and enough television shows from the 90s to the late 80s to the early 2000s to last me till I'm like 70.
Yeah.
And I'm happy with reruns. So comic, and it also lets me wiggle room for all the great Rippaverse books out there. And we are going to actually go to Rippaverse right now, because this is what we do close to the end of every show that we do. We do the Rippaverse pre-orders. Also, if you have pre-ordered Norfolka Horseman 2, and if you have pre-ordered Norfolka Horseman 2, and what is it called? And Nerdrotic's book off of Ripascend, please, please, please check your addresses. Oh. As they start shipping, and I'm talking really soon, within the next 2 weeks, these books will be out for shipping and reading. So by all means, please very much check your orders. So what do we got up for today? So let's see here. We got the Great War of Separation. This series is a foundational series for the Rippaverse. This is all about how Texas separated Flores Park and how Texas became the independent nation it is within the continental United States. And honestly, this has me really Click. Thank you. I have read this from the beginning. It is done by the great Chuck Dixon, illustrated by the amazing Joe Bennett, and I love this series. I love that Texas governor, man. He is the epitome of walking, fuck around, find out.
Yeah.
Dude, and it's done by Joe Dixon. The story is by Eric July. It is absolutely... Oh, it's Mark Malesko. Oh, I missed that. Oh, the interior is Jack Herbert. I really... books are... Okay, you read a lot of Rippaverse when everything is blending together. I ordered this little happy cover right here because I just thought it slapped. But I really, really want this cover. But I don't think I have it in me I can't order another comic right now. I have to limit myself to one Rippaverse book. So Great War of Separation is up for pre-order. What else do we have up for pre-order? No. I think no, let's just go back a couple pages. No, wrong thing. Still the wrong thing. Great War of Separation. Rippafest is up for all you people out there who are good at making videos and don't just want to give your opinions. Rippafest is for you. Make something, send it in. Rippaverse is fantastic. I love them. Next up is Detention Crew. This is a kids comic. The first foray Jen and Sylvia Soska's first foray into a kids comic, and this actually has me really interested. No, mostly because it gives me that reverse Sky High feel. And Sky High was fantastic. If you've ever seen Sky High, Ginger Wolverine.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So it gives me that reverse Sky High feel to it. So this looks absolutely fantastic, and it's going to be a fun book. I'm not sure where it stands in the canon of the Rippaverse.
I think it's just... Well, I'm... What do you mean? Like, where...
All right, so we know it is part of the Rippaverse, but where does it stand in the overarching scope of the Rippaverse? Like, is it a standalone kind of story, or will it connect Bloodruth, Isom, or will it connect any of the main characters? Is it its own standalone thing?
Oh, that's true. I didn't think about that.
That's how I always think about everything. And I got the Part A cover because Kanan White.
Always got to do Canon White.
Always got. If I can afford it, I'll always do Canon White.
I try to every time, but sometimes I just can't.
Yeah, I know that feeling. But this cover is absolutely fantastic. This first cover A right here really has me interested. So yeah, we got Detention Crew up for pre-order. Keep scrolling back. Come on.
Should be a fun book.
I am looking for. Yeah, I'm looking forward. Alpha Core number 2. About damn time. After the end of Alpha Core 1, they left us on a cliffhanger. This has 9 days left for pre-order. So this is one of those books that is absolutely. I am so excited for this book. I ordered the cover. I ordered the B cover just because it fits with the aesthetic of what the first issue that I bought.
Yeah.
But that Braxton cover, that Braxwell cover, so good. So good.
It's a good one.
That's a good one. This is the cover I ordered right here. Good old Solari. Then you have the hot foil cover with the great Ingrid Valdez. I said it in my review of Saints and Sinners. Valdez needs a short run and have Az write it. Let him go. Like the story he did in Saints and Sinners was phenomenal. It showed his love of comics, that he could write, and more importantly, that he did a fantastic job with the character, with the care it deserved. So give Az like a 3-issue Valdez standalone run. And let him go. Because he was limited because he had X amount of pages. Let him go. Take the leash off and let him tell the story.
He had a lot of help with that story.
I think what's the story? Az had to, it's going to be 17 pages, and the sauce was like, well, you're going to have to trim some down, aren't you?
That's what they had to help him with.
Yeah, but if you take the leash off and give him like 34 pages across multiple books,
true.
What would he be capable of without that limiter?
He's obviously a big fan of hers. So
he's a big fan of hers, but also the way it was written is very. His love for Batman really shined through.
Really. With
the internal, I've been watching Az for 12 years. Like I've been watching him since I found him on MMO Champion World of Warcraft years ago. That's how he got his start. Not with pop culture. He started playing World of Warcraft. And that's where I found Az. And his love of Batman is always there. He loves Batman, and it reflects in the writing that he did in that book. So absolutely, this is one of those things where let him run. Let him run. And after Alpha Core, I don't think there's really anything. There's everything's starting to ship soon. Of course, we got the standard ISOM, but Great War of Separation, Detention Crew, and Alpha Core are still up for pre-order. If you haven't grabbed them, a couple of them you have time. You got a week and a half left for Alpha Core 2. ISOM action figure. I'm not a big action figure guy. That's nothing personal. And I think Bloodruth is still up. Can you still grab Bloodruth?
Yeah, you can still grab it.
You still grab Bloodruth?
Yeah.
Man, that second cover really pops.
All of those covers, I think, are really solid.
Dude, I ordered cover A, I think, but that cover is really solid, and the mass print cover is good. That one's good, but these first two, man, are just so damn good.
Yeah.
But no, that's all that is up for pre-order on Rippaverse. And if you can't tell, I got Rippaverse right here. He's got a Horseman shirt on. We got the Horseman CGC grade right about there. I'm surprised you don't have a little short boxed Bloodruth closed, but you can still order it. Okay. Thanks, Caffeinated Wolf. But no, that's. Oh. No, it's yeah. My nose has been really bad today. Kill the camera every 10 minutes. No. No, but coming back around, doing a Ghost Rider TV show with Carter Slade as a Western, do it on HBO so you can remove some of the limiters.
Yeah.
But it'll never happen, man. Like, if it does, it's going to get destroyed. It'll never be done right. And while the movie would be great, it would work better as a Western serial.
Mm-hmm.
A Western Monster of the Week stuff, and have him not having dealing with damn souls in graveyards and hauntings and everything like that. It don't even have to be Carter Slade. It could just be a Western Ghost Rider. And if they really they can't connect it into the 20th Century Fox Ghost Rider. There's got to be contract, but you can come up with a new Ghost Rider that was there before Carter Slade, and you can kind of suggest that he's the next progression of it, and it will segue into the movie without actually flat out saying it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I still don't know who I would cast for that. But before I do anything, I definitely want to see a script for it. Like, see the series. Like, I liked the opening of Jonah Hex, but that was just a bad movie. Like, Josh Brolin as Jonah Hex wasn't bad casting. That was just a bad movie, and it was PG-13. Jonah Hex is not a nice guy. He's an ex-Confederate soldier. He's a master marksman, a hand-to-hand combat guy. And he has, they hinted at a little bit of mystical powers for him. And I'm like, I don't really have any mystical powers. Yeah. You think he hints that he might, but he never confirmed. Just stuff like that. So, yeah, the Ghost Rider thing, that really got me thinking. I'm like, that would be good. I should give that like a treatment and turn into an AI video. Well, I have like 3,200 credits or AI credits on my freaking video editor, so I'm like, hey, that might be a good idea.
Well, let me know if you do.
Yeah, I don't like using AI if I can avoid it.
It is fun to dabble with it, but
I use it to make thumbnail. I use it to make the base thumbnail for this stream because I don't have I have GIMP. I suck at photo. Have you seen my basic bitch thumbnails? Have you seen them?
Mine aren't very good either.
It's a picture here with text right here. It's so simple, and I'm sorry, I'm not shelling out $300 a year because Adobe wants to gouge us for Photoshop.
Yeah.
So yeah, but no. Coming up, not you. Wolvie, what you got coming up? Anything? Where can they find you? And more importantly, are you in the Rippaverse Discord yet?
No, I didn't know there was a Rippaverse Discord.
There is a Rippaverse Discord, and we have been chatting up a storm over there. Also, get Gothics to MegaCon, please!
You can find me on TikTok, on X, on YouTube, on Instagram, but most of my interactions is on TikTok. So,
and I have a couple videos coming out this week. Welcome to Dairy Review will be up probably tomorrow afternoon. I might do, and later in the week I'll probably drop some Landman stuff, as well as some Invincible stuff and some other general comic theories that have come across my warped little brain. Real Talk on Thursdays, we are reviewing The Finest Hours. If you don't know what that is, it is one of Disney's last great live-action non-IP about a Coast Guard rescue off the coast of Cape Cod. Even Caffeinated Wolf's like, how are you not in there? How are you not in the Discord?
I'm sorry. I literally just got Discord like 2 days ago.
I've been on Discord since I was raiding and since it launched. Well, I would have been if my friends if I wasn't still using Skype. But my friends are like, you got to use Discord. I'm like, I'm not bouncing on another freaking thing. We have this. It works for now. And then Skype started to suck. And then I'm like, tell me about Discord.
Yeah, it's coming up. I'll eventually be able to put it on my list.
Yeah,
so.
you got to get on the Rippaverse Discord. Like after stream, I'll get you set. I need to get you on Discord anyways now. Because it's easier to reach me on Discord than it is my phone.
Okay. Sounds
Like,
good.
it really is. And Caffeinated, well, how are you not on there? That's exactly what I was saying. We've been chatting in the comics. We've been chatting in the comics, comic manga section for like 2 days, going back and forth about random comic stuff, suggesting each other's runs and everything like that. We started getting a little group together on League of Comic Geeks, and the League of Comic Geeks actually has Rippaverse comics on there. You can add them to your collection. It's the only one I've found that has it. So get League of Comic Geeks. It's $2 a month, and it's cheaper than CLZ. Because CLZ wants to charge you $2 to use the app, then $20 to use the website a month. And I'm just like, I ain't doing that. I want $2 a month for the app and the website, which Comics Geeks does give you. And it has a link up right to my comic shop, which gives a good price on all comics, especially back issues.
Sounds good.
But no, but that is where we are going to wrap it up for this episode of the Short Box, other than my allergies and having to kill my camera to wipe my nose every couple minutes. Good Lord, that's bad. And we will catch you all. I will catch you next week. Gingy, what you doing? You coming next week?
Yeah, I should be here next week.
Fantastic.
And I will start doing, for those who watch my channel, I will start doing research for the next episode of Names of the Rippaverse. So,
Ooh, you heard it here, folks. First debut. Next Names of the Rippaverse is on its way out. And you are being a freaking brat. It is time for puppy bedtime. And I can read. No, but that's where we're going to end it tonight. You can see him. He's right here. Right here. That is where we are done for tonight. I just said a title specific spoiler forums this morning. Yeah, I saw that. That actually looks really good. So, Caffeinated Wolf, normally I love to speculate on comics. I love to get theories going. But it's absolutely one of my worst habits I have, because I am way too smart for my own good. And I see where things are going, and I am right like 80% of the time. And I don't want to speculate anything on the Rippaverse. I want to be surprised. I want to read it. I am very hard to get a curveball on when I actually get into analytical mode. So I am... while I love the work on the Rippaverse server, I avoid any theory craft or spoilers for the Rippaverse at all, because it's one of the few things I don't want ruined. It's one of the few things in life I like legitly enjoy. But yeah, let's go. Bullying works. I'll get him on here tonight, man. After this stream, we will get him on that server. We 100% will get him on that server, dude.
Bully me to read
Listen, you soulless little ginger midget.
Bully me into reading Invincible and everything.
I wouldn't say bullying, more like gentle persuasion, because once you told me what you didn't like about it, and I was able to basically say, it's not that bad. Like, it really isn't that bad. It's like a short section of like 3 pages at most. But other than that, that's the only out of the whole book. That's the only example of it. Like, even then the Viltrumites come to Earth and basically be like, hey, we're going to live here now. If you don't like it, we'll just kill everybody and live here anyways.
Yeah.
Even some of the Viltrumites, including Vanessa, who did what she did to Mark, came back to Earth and changed. They all became good the more they were exposed to humans.
Nice.
So, like Krieg and all these other ones. So it's really good. Like what she did was unforgivable, but at the same time, she gets hers. Like it's a Vader arc. The best way I can put it. She does too many bad things. The only way to redemption is death, and it's good because by the end, you're gonna be like, that was really messed up what she did, but she went out like such a badass. So get it. Don't recommend the omnibus. You will 48 issues sitting here reading it like this will break your wrist. Start off slow off Amazon. Look at the Ultimates. They're 13 issues each. They have a lot of early art. They have a lot of art in the back of the book too, which I know with your omnibus thing you'll enjoy. And there's 12 of them, so you can take your sweet ass time reading them.
Okay.
But no, that's where we're wrapping up tonight. Read Invincible, pre-order Rippaverse, watch Ginger Wolverine's videos and shorts on YouTube. And yeah, we'll catch you next Sunday. Have a great week, everybody. Watch my video, Welcome to Derry. I'll be very grateful. Have a great rest of your day. Later.